So normally I don't even most of the time I don't even really discuss stuff like this, but and I was gonna wait for any political post or anything like that, but this was kind of incredible. I was in my job, I get a chance to interact with students in schools. I get a chance to go into their classrooms and talk to them about some of the things that I do in my job function. And I always have this singular question that I ask them because I'm really interested in that. And I always ask them, what is it that you want to be when you grow up? What are the things that you want to do? Where do you see your life heading? And that's not a singular question, but it's kind of a variation of a singular question that I ask. And, you know, forever, as long as I've been doing this, I always get at least one or two or three people who say they want to be president. And it's been universal. It's been unanimous. It's never not happened until this last experience I had in the classroom. It was a 7th grade class of AG students, AG academically gifted students. And so I asked them, and I mean, across the room, I got scientist, I got doctor, I got pediatrician, I got obstetrician, I got chemical engineer. I mean, so these are some extremely bright kids. And I just went around the room and I went to each of them. It was about 23 kids in the room, and I said, what do you want to be? And they, all those different variations of answers. And I said, wait a minute. I said, there are no presidents in here? Nobody wants to be president? And they all started to laugh. And I said, why is that funny? And they all started to laugh. And I said, wait a minute, nobody wants to be president? And then I said, no, tell me. I asked this one young man, African-American boy, I said, you don't want to be president? He said, I did want to be president. And I said, why not now? He goes, well, seeing who's president now, is it that important anymore? I was stunned, like literally stunned. Like I think I probably sat there silent for like a minute, just kind of trying to compose my thoughts on what I just heard from this 12-year-old boy. And I asked him to elaborate, and he said, you know, the last 8 years, I was very proud of President Obama. I was very happy to say that he was my president. But looking at Donald Trump, I'm not proud of the president anymore. And if he's president, how special do you have to be president? And I just I almost wanted to cry. Like I almost wanted to shed a tear, because this is what has befallen our nation. This is what has become of our country, because we have allowed this person to become the face of our democracy. Like we've let this man into the highest office in the land, that even so much that children who used to aspire to be president now see the office of the presidency as just another thing. Like that's the Trump effect. Like I hear all the time about the Trump rally. I hear all the time about the media trying to give him credit for things he hasn't done in the stock market and everything. But we gloss over the effect that this divisive, ignorant, malignant narcissist has had on the psyche of our kids. Like he's degraded the office of the presidency, and he hasn't even been there a month. Like this is what American children see. They see a bully. Like I had to explain to my daughter who's in 7th grade and my daughter who's in 4th grade that this was an aberration. This was an anomaly. That hard work in ethics and respect in how you treat people still matter, and it will get you ahead. And they're questioning me because they watched the campaign. They heard what the hell that he said. They heard how he attacked women and minorities, and they hear it every day. And they heard instances on the bus where their classmates were saying, build a wall and get to the back of the bus. This actually happened. This is what the real Trump effect is. And the media will gloss over it. And the media will not really report on it because these kids' voice will be silenced. Now, I know during the Obama administration, he had children at the White House for science fairs. He visited schools. I don't see Trump doing that. Why would he do that? You know, that's not his nature. And kids are feeling somehow that the bully won. And we always try to teach them as a society that bullies don't win. That good people will stand up and stop people from happening. We teach them about cyberbullying, and now we've let a bully into the White House to bully the entire world. And I'm just sad that we're in this position, that we've done this, that we let our fear and our bigotry as a nation, that we've let our xenophobia as a nation allow us to raise up this leader who is ill-equipped to do what's necessary for the good of our nation. I mean, what are we talking about right now? We're talking about the crowd size. We're talking about people who didn't vote for him and investigating them. Now, we have no evidence whatsoever, not one shred, not one iota of evidence of voter fraud amongst the American citizens. But what the hell we do have is we have 17 intelligence agencies saying that our election was hacked by a foreign power. What are we investigating right now? Where is he putting his resources? On the people he feel like slighted him. This is incredible. This is an incredible moment in our democracy. And I'm afraid that there are too many people who are comfortable with this type in this direction of our country. And what does it say about us? That even children recognize this dangerous, dangerous man in the White House. Now, you know, I've been around politics since I was 15 years old. I've been around politics forever. I've seen some of the worst, but I've never seen it affect children on this fundamental level. Children are always able to see past the worst of us. They're always able to find that optimistic view of the world. And if he's already poisoned the hearts and minds of our children in a year and a half, what is he going to do in 4 years? What is he going to do in, God forbid, 8 years? We have to resist, not just for the good of our democracy, but the good of our future democracy. Is this the type of example? Would you want your son or daughter to reflect this man? Now, even if you hated President Obama, even if you despised him, there was one thing that you could never question was his character. Right now, Donald Trump represents a degradation of our national character. And it's even starting to affect our children. And we have to stop it. We have to insulate our children from the leader of our country. This is one of the darkest periods that I can imagine in the history of our country. And frankly, I'm saddened by it. But I'm still optimistic that the good people of America will rise up. That those who care about our future and care about our democracy, they're going to rise up and take this country back. That unfortunately, we're going to truly have to make America great again at the end of this presidency, forever, how long it lasts. So that's just my morning rant on my commute into work. But I just had to kind of get that out. And, you know, normally I was going to wait to begin political posts after my challenge, but couldn't really let this one slide. So thanks, you two. Get back with you.